There we go. Recording. Perfect. So yes, I have been putting off the Mushroom Island project for quite some time, and I built a thing. I built a thing over here that you guys will see a video on later. But one thing I've decided to do, and it might be silly of me, is to take down mounds anything higher than Y70. And then I've got this divider line running across the island for projects over here, and then this will be the other things for Mooshroom Man. Yep. So, staying on this side of the divider line for now, what I'm going to do is sit here and anything above Y70, we're gonna dig it out. Yeah, it's gonna be riveting. And I do know, I didn't mention this in my video, but I do know that we can help ourselves along a little bit if we... Well, let me back up. I forget, the video's going to go out later today. I got a ton of things I've got to do today. I definitely need to get more than one shovel. Where you see grass patches is where I've dug out mounds so far. And there's one over there, and there's one over there. Do I have the cheaty key? No, I didn't load that in there. So essentially on this southern side, let's go up here to the old mushroom farm. Jace. Aha. So, this is a better vantage point. I want on the south side of this island, we're going to pretty much go grass, and then I've got some ideas for things. How do I explain this without giving too much away? Basically, I'm thinking about doing a blend of blocks, and I've been messing around with like moss and things like that. So yeah, we're gonna have a nice green, beautiful area there. And then on this side, we are going to do like mud. And maybe a mixture of some things that I've been messing around with a little bit in creative. And then this side of the island, I think I want to build a spooky thing. And I'm not 100% on it yet. I definitely need more than one shovel. So, yeah. That's the plan. That's the divider line. I was going to originally just kind of cut this at a perfect little angle. But I thought going around this way would be better. And then where this hard divider line is, I'm probably going to place in like mud or grass, and then we'll blend the mud in 10 or so blocks and blend the grass in 10 or so blocks. That's the plan. I need to grab my ender chest. And then we'll go over to the iron farm, and we can buy some stuff and things, and we should be able to make ourselves a fair bit more shovels. Right? Yeah. Yep. Oh, I've been putting this project off, though, for a long time, or a little while, I guess I should say. It's just one of those things where it's going to take a lot of work. This took, an hour to dig it out, and I'm saving most of the dirt and things. But what I wanted to say, and the reason I went on and on about what I was doing, is we can actually, like where the grass is and where I've started placing in grass, I've noticed that if I border the area with grass like I have here, the mycelium doesn't really spread over the grass. But if I have, let's say this was dirt, this will spread catty corner, and then mycelium seems to overtake faster than the grass. I also know that we can destroy mycelium by running water over it, or at least we used to be able to, and it had to be night, or you had to go through a night cycle. I don't remember. So we've got some stuff ahead of us. Oh, and yeah, this is a little bit of spoilers for the next episode. And we're not going to talk about it. We're going to ignore it like we do. Like we do. So what should we do? If I got rid of this guy, had this guy here, maybe my rockets, and then I could get rid of my sword and have that. So if I made 4 more shovels, we'd be fine. That gets me 4 more. And good morning, Pork Chop. I seen you sneak in there. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're getting low on things, but we need this, we need this, we need this. Efficiency 3 for instant mine. Yeah, it does mine very fast. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we need breaking 3 times 4. One, 2, 3. Four. We're going to need to trade with this guy 4 of the efficiency 5 books. 1. This is going to be fun. 2, 3, 4. And then I have a mender right here, which has got terrible prices. So I only need 4 books of that. So we can take you and you. Put the emeralds back in here, 1 book in here, just to clear out space. I could very easily lower these prices, get a zombie up here, but nah. What's the fun in that? Mycelium is technically efficiency 4? Okay. Alright. So, mending. Unbreaking. Efficiency 4. Well, we got efficiency 5. I think when I... Ooh. We're gonna have to pack up and head to an experience area. When I was doing this whole trading hall thing... Were you the guy? I think this guy... This efficiency 5 guy was the first one I rolled, which is hilarious because I have an efficiency 5 back over at the base. And, yeah. I got him first try. Sometimes you can straight up buy tools with efficiency 3. Let's see, Fisher. Didn't I... Where are you? What does this guy have? I don't remember. I've got an efficiency 2 shovel and then an unbreaking 3 efficiency 3 pickaxe with this guy. It would take me a minute to get that far. It's fine. Yeah, and we can, of course, expand this area if we wanted to. Like, I could potentially add in, what, 1, 2? 2 more villagers per side if we wanted to. I like the way this is kind of open, though. Treasure you. I could do, yeah, if it was efficiency 3, it would be worth combining shovels. Yeah, I think I was focused on the pickaxe. When I saw the pickaxe trade, I was like, lock it in. Oh, let's go get some levels, though. Do I want to, do I want to go to the Guardian Farm? You know what, let's just go to the Guardian Farm. I was going to say we could go to the Mob Farm, but it's fine. Yeah, I'm anticipating at some point, like, getting backup armor and tools and things, which I don't have at the moment. Yeah. Let's just gain some levels. And this is gonna be kind of loud. Is it too loud? You know, we'll cut this thing in half just so it's not so overwhelming. I'm breaking 3, efficiency 5. That's what we're waiting for. Yeah, so I'm excited to get started on the island here and get going, and I'm getting extremely motivated. What did I do here? I don't need you. Technically, these aren't 100% perfect, but you know what? It's fine. It's fine. And I've found a new sense of, like, motivation to get going, which is always nice when that happens. So I cannot wait to get, all advancements on Java. Ooh, that sounds fun. I have been playing Truly Bedrock and playing Hardcore, and that's about it. Oh, I've been playing a little bit of Legends Arceus. Nice. This thing is about dead, so we'll just throw it in here for now. It says very damaged. That's cool. Very damaged anvil. Perfect. Alright. So I've got my hands... Ooh, you know what? I've got my hands on 5 shovels. This should get us going for a little while. Breeding 2 of every animal is painful, yes. That'd be a fun little, like, YouTube thing. It's down to llamas, ocelot, wolf, and fox. That's pretty good. Ooh, and hoglins. Oh, I forgot you can breed hoglins. Yeah, I think I bred a couple in season 2. Just for grins. I don't know why. We ended up making that huge hoglin farm, but no, we I think that would be a fun little thing, like trophy grinding type thing. Hitting all the achievements. I've gotten quite a few achievements. Let's turn the audio back up. In this world. Can we look at achievements? I don't know. We'd have to probably leave the game. Yeah, that is a fun challenge. I am currently, like, grinding this out in my spare time, and then... So, to break it down, this is what I do. I'll play this in the morning for an hour or 2, and then I, get ready, go to work, and whilst I'm at work, I take my Switch with me so that I can play. At, like, before work, at break, and at lunches, I play Legends. And so I'm grinding out Legends and then doing, like, the recordings and stuff in the morning. This way I don't have to... not that I have to, it's just so that I don't eat up any of my recording time for videos because I'm playing another game. Because I've been playing Arceus for a good long while. And, Dragonflame, what's up? Yeah, I don't want it to eat into, like, video recordings and stuff. Because I am a completionist at heart. Will there be Arceus videos? Probably not. Just because it's one of those things that I've been doing on my own. Like, I share pictures and stuff on Discord and Twitter from time to time. But, I'm a completionist at heart, right? So there's 122 side quests you can do. It's quest 93 and 94, though, require save data from BDSP and Sword and Shield, which I don't have. So those are the only 2 quests that I technically have not completed. But out of all the other ones, I have completed. All the Path of Solitude, that was the new DLC, I have ran through and caught all the mysticals and legendaries that it has required. And now what I'm doing is grinding out a perfect Pokedex. Because I'm somewhat silly. Should I just take... Yeah, I should just take this whole mountain down whilst we're doing it. Can you transfer emulated data? What do you mean? Because I don't really have plans to buy BDSP. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you that Generation 4 was not my favorite Pokemon games. So the remakes of Diamond and Pearl are not something that I'm really looking at getting into. And Sword and Shield, maybe. That one's a hard maybe. Oh, for the quests. Oh, I see what you're saying. Like, can I import a save data just to get to... All it is you get to catch Shaman and Darkrai. Those are the 2 quests. Yeah, and I've played a lot of Gen 4, despite it not being my favorite generation, because Drayano made a ROM hack called Renegade Platinum, which is a difficulty hack, and it adds things, and you can catch all the Mons, and it makes some Mons better than, you know, what they were. Things like Beedrill with the adaptability ability, and stuff like that. It's a real fun game. But yeah, I've played a ton of the games. It's just not my favorite generation. Like, vanilla Gen 4 is not there. Let's see. So far, only 3 people have recorded a time for 1.19, which is crazy. Because God apples are so easy now. It's a big RNG killer before. Yeah, Tiz is selling a bunch of God apples because of the ease of access. So I have been saving the dirt. I actually purchased some dirt from Mr. Lizard, which I maybe shouldn't have. Oh no, I used it. That's right, I did use it. But we're collecting a bunch. And some other things. We've got some andesite and cobblestone and stuff. I'm going to keep some of this for now. Right, mud is a thing. So, maybe not all of the dirt we're going to keep. We'll let some despawn. It's fine. I have all the Switch Pokemon games because Diamond is new for my kid. Okay, cool. There are a lot. Like, I wouldn't mind playing, I wouldn't mind playing them, you know, just because of the couple of new things that they added and the way they changed the underground and stuff like that. It's just not something I'm gonna go out and buy at the moment. We'll hold off for a little while. Kind of like we did Legends. Legends is a whole different game. I know it is Gen 4 based. But it kind of takes the things that I love most in video games and combines them. Open world exploration plus Pokemon. So awesome. Yeah, so I have... I want to say I've got like 10 to 20 perfect dex entries. And I've got my hands on a few shinies. And literally that's what we're doing at the moment is I've gone through so far and I've grinded out Rowlets. I'm starting at the beginning, right? So I'm going with Rowlet and the evolutionary line of theirs and getting perfect dex entries. We have it for Dartrix and working on Decidueye at the moment. And who else was I? I ran into a mass outbreak of Quillavas, so I went ahead and caught those and trained those up some levels and evolved them, because for Samurott, Typhlosion, and Decidueye, you have to catch 5 of them. And it counts if you evolve. Yep. So I just run around. I needed another Rowlet, because I had to evolve it into Dartrix. I think that's how you say the name. So we're doing that. Originally, I was going in alphabetical order, but I quickly changed that to start going in numerical order. It's going to be fun. Started the save for Brilliant Diamond, but haven't had the motivation. Yeah, I get that. There are some days where I've lost motivation to grind out. Like, and that's all I have to do in Legends now is grind out. I do need to catch all of the Pokemon so that I can complete the game, right? That's the way you have to battle Arceus. I have not battled Arceus yet. So that's part of what I'm doing is catching Mons. They're oddball ones. Like in the Obsidian Fieldlands, you can run back and forth to the Alpha Blissey that is a static encounter, and you can gain levels very, very quickly. I went and battled it 3 times with 4 Rowlets that originally were at level 16, 14 to 16. After battling that thing 3 or 4 times, all of them were over level 36 so that they could evolve. Yep, and I caught the Alpha Gallade way back when. That thing is a beast to take out the Blissey in one shot. Blissey super weak to physical moves. Okay. Back and forth, yep. But my team, when I ran through the game, like the main quests, you know, I had the Alpha Gallade, I had a Gliscor, I had Crobat, Samurott, and then just some randos on the team that I think I was training at the time. Decided right after I beat Giratina, you know, for the final thing before you are supposed to fight Arceus. And I grinded Zubat's dex entry so that we could get a shiny. So I've got a shiny Crobat, and then I did the same thing with Gligar. Grinded out Gligar's dex entry so that we could get a shiny Gligar, and Gligar happened to be in a massive mass outbreak in the Highlands, and we managed to get a shiny Alpha. That was our first. Never got into the Pokemon games. Yeah, I got into them when they first came out, and I played Gen 1, I played Gen 2, and then I kind of fell off. I played a little bit of Gen 3 in high school, because it's when they came out. And then I kind of fell off of the Pokemon games until I found ROM hacks. Once I found ROM hacks, I started playing some old games that were just made different. And then some of these ROM hacks, like there's one, what is it called? Prism? Pokemon Prism? It's a Game Boy Color hack. But it introduces a lot of Pokemon that I had no idea who they were, so because of that, I kind of drifted towards playing Gen 4 back to Gen 3 because I thought I hadn't played Gen 3. And then it got me drifted back to Gen 4, Gen 5. I played through a little bit of Gen 6, and I haven't played through Gen 7 or 8. Yep, so the Alola Pokemon I haven't really played, and the Sword and Shield, obviously. We'll get there maybe, eventually. Maybe not. Still, Legends is a very, very fun game. It would be really cool if we ever saw the same style game, but with like an old school, Johto, Kanto region. Like take Gen 2 and do what you're doing with Hisui. Oh, but in all of my running around and messing around in Legends, I've actually ran into 3 full odd shinies, which I think is pretty cool. 2 of which I have caught, 1 of which I did not. Didn't realize that certain mons like Starly, Stantler, when you run up on them, they will run away. Abra, obviously, they'll run away. God, it's always raining. It's always raining on the server. I swear to you that we were literally just mining some stuff last night. It was raining. I came back on the server. It was raining. What am I going to do with all this dirt? Sell it? Sell it to the Humble Hills fillers? We could. I'm going to need more rockets. Do it. Perfect. So yeah, anyway, some of those mons run away, so I was flying to grind out the Blissey like I was just talking about and heard the little ding that there is when you find a shiny, and it was a Stantler. It ran away. That's alright, I really did want to catch it because of Weird Deer, good day, sell the dirt for many, many diamonds to Tiz, he loves paying for it. I should, because you guys don't know how much monies I have spent over at Tiz's Mall. I'd literally just be getting my diamonds back. Started with Gen 1, but kept up with them until Black and White, which I never finished. So Black and White, X and Y Pokemon I'm least familiar with. I'm pretty familiar with Gen 5, playing through the generations as I did. Gen 5 became one of my favorites. I'm not hip to, like, the animation was kind of rough. Was Black and White, was that a DS? I think Black and White was the end of the life DS game, so it pushed the limitations of the console. And then Black and White 2 were 3DS? I can't remember. It doesn't matter. I still love the games. They were a lot of fun. Oh yeah, give me all the dirt. Yeah, nobody's really buying stuff at the shops at the moment, so it'd be nice to have a few more things to sell. Oh, and speaking of thunderstorms and lightning and stuff, look. Cow. Of the brown variant. Die. I just want a brown mooshroom cow head. I wonder if Voxy made the drop chance of brown mooshroom heads the same as mooshroom heads, thinking that we could farm them. I don't know. The only reason I'm familiar with Gen 6 Pokemon is because I played a game called Kalos Crystal. It's a ROM hack. And essentially what the guy did that made the ROM was he took a Generation 6 and added all of those Pokemon into Crystal. He actually added Gen 5 and Gen 6. which was pretty neat, I thought, because you can Gen 5 and Gen 6 have almost the same exact amount of Pokemon in the Pokedex as Gen 2 does. 250-ish. I think there's a little bit more than 251. I do have a Channeling Trident, actually. I could farm them. I could. Charge Creepers, not on a Mushroom Island. Let's take the Thunderstorm for what it is, and let's farm some brown mushrooms. Brown mushroom cows. I have brown mushroom cows at the base. Tools. Lightning. No, 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 no. Is the thunderstorm really over? That was it? Looks like it. We'll keep that in mind for the next round. We're just gonna sleep this one away. I got 3 tridents. It's alright. I do want a brown mushroom head, though, at some point. We'll get it. Now, I was digging out that area over there, and I happened to see one over there. It was cool. I killed it. I murdered its face. Now, I still do, like, Pokemon things on my own. I did move them off the main channel because they weren't doing so good. As a matter of fact, I found that moving the Pokemon stuff off the main channel and getting, like, stopping modded and stuff I've seen nothing but positive increases to all of the videos on the channel. Yeah. Hardcore's doing okay, but still not that great. And then that video where I was trying to make a mud farm the hardest way possible isn't doing great. But that's okay. It's still bedrock content. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. This is gonna take a long time. But it's fine. So off of pivoting off of the Pokemon stuff, there's a couple of things. I got a little list here of things I wanted to chat about whilst we're streaming. It's been a little while, you know. We participated in Stream Weekend. No, not the complete. I'm not flattening the complete island. I'm only taking everything down to Y70. So we're going to leave some natural generation. We're going to do a little bit of fixing up of things like this right here. And leave some natural, you know, natural hills. This was me taking mycelium long ago. We'll fix holes. But essentially the back of the island here is quite mountainous, I guess, and I want to just shave this down a little bit. Fill in things like this little ravine here. I'm not going to fill this area in because there's a thing. There's a thing. You can see there's a thing. There's been stuff that's been built down there. At least a light has been placed. Yep, and that's all I'm going to say about it. You will see the video on that later today. Yeah, I started a third channel. I have 3 channels now. Because I throw these live streams up on a second channel. I was putting them on the main channel, but again, when you put what is it, the algorithms and stuff, you know how they go video by video. It's not an average of the whole. So if you put up a 30-minute view or 30-minute video and the average view duration is, let's say, 15 minutes across 300 views, and then you put a couple hour video up, and the average view duration is it's gonna mess with stuff. So that is why I've moved all the live streaming stuff off the channel, and then started up the Pokemon stuff just to put it somewhere else. It was hurting the channel, and we don't want that. I mean, I have watched the channel for the last, like, I don't stay heavy on the numbers because that can be very, very disheartening. Like, go make a 30-minute video and watch it only get 20 views, and you're like, ugh. Because my Bedrock stuff gets, you know, decent. 300 views. But I don't stay heavy into the numbers for that reason. But I have been watching the channel nonetheless. Because you have to. And my channel has sat here as far as subscriptions go. It is... it has hovered around 2,200 for the last little while. It's hilarious. Live on a mushroom island on my solo world, and the terrain there is terrible. It is. It's a little all over the place as far as... starts out nice and flat, and then it goes kind of chaotic from there. But it's fine. I'm not flattening it out. I'm not taking it down to, like, sea level or any of that craziness. But I have plans. I have ideas. I have thoughts. I'm not 100% on those ideas yet. Like, they're still in the planning phase. Subject to change at any moment. I like to plan things in advance. I like to try to plan things in advance, and then sometimes we go nuts. Yeah. And I have, so as far as the channels and things go that we were talking about, I have plans to where we are not going to stop some of the things that we're planning on doing with the Pokemon games and whatnot. So that is why I just moved the stuff. Figure that channel will be associated, and if I should throw down a beacon for this, but it's fine. You know, we'll see what that channel does. It might bring in a whole different crowd of people. Maybe we can bring them over to this side of the coin. Who knows? Yeah. I found you guys know that I am a big fan of grinding, obviously. I've done a lot of different things. You know, last season we spent how long trying to get a blue axolotl? What else have I've done some very, very grindy stuff on this game. I've done some very, very grindy stuff in games in general, and I love it all. And one thing that I want to do involving the Pokemon games is going to be quite a grind as well. So that's why those Pokemon people are rough. What? Elvin, good morning. Good morning. Hey, Elvin, speaking of hi. I did catch your first episode there of Seopolis. That was pretty good, man. Me and my kid have tried to do something similar to what you and Space were doing, double team a mod pack. But with his work schedule, my work schedule, and his general lack of knowing what he wants to do in life has prevented us. No, he's 18, man. He's got a lot of things going on. Yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome. Yeah. It was one of those, I was caught up on all my other videos looking for stuff to watch anyway, and I saw that posted in the Discord, so I had to check it out. Oh, Seopolis is a fun mod pack, man. Fun. Does get grindy after a while. mystical agriculture and hydroponic pots are your friend. And I have a video, I believe, showing how to trap the wither properly for ether gas when you get that far. But making like the infinity catalysts and infinity ingots and stuff for the end game, which is where I was about at. It's just basically a lot of my computer running while I'm doing other things, collecting stuff. Yeah, to top it all off, speaking of me and the kid doing a tag team thing, it's just trying to find the time to record between our schedules, and then also, there's not much out there that we were looking at playing, you know? It is, I've gotten a ways into it. I got netherite mesh, but bantering with space makes early game a bit more fun. That's for real. Yep, that's what the kid and I were looking at doing. Maybe one day. He's got a lot of things on his plate at the moment to figure out, so we'll see. But no, in the realm of things, I definitely want to do some, I guess I'll just say it. Why not? I'm planning on doing some hardcore nuzlocking in Pokemon and throwing those up. I've got an unknown video I'm working on at the moment, solo challenge thing. Once I finish that, then we're going to roll into the Nuzlocks, which I've done a couple of Nuzlocks in the past. They are a lot of fun, but the hardcore makes them, you know, hardcore. Okay, how are we doing? You know, we're making progress. This is a big, big undertaking. Once I get this mountain done, though, I think we're going to start working on putting this line in that we've mapped out here with the netherrack. We're probably going to put mud down and then start working on this half of the island. At least getting it prepped. I don't know. Yeah. So back to Legends Arceus, what we were kind of talking about earlier. As far as being a completionist, I am going to complete the Pokedex 100%. We are going to catch all the Mons. As I roll through the game and find different shinies and stuff, we will have those. I've got my pastures divided up where I have a couple of pastures dedicated to alphas, a couple of pastures dedicated to shinies, and then a couple dedicated to the legendaries that we have. Really, I have one pasture designated to the legendaries and try to keep a bit of organization. Groceries ordered. Congrats. The hell is that noise? Anyway, nice. I've been running, or never been a fan of Nuzlocke, but thinking of running Arceus with only Pokeballs. That sounds like fun. I found that there is a glitch in the game where you can get monies. A lot of monies. It involves releasing Mons with Ingo at the training grounds. And it's like, you gotta release one Mon, and then you gotta release a ton of them, and then you release one at a time, and the game thinks you still released a bunch. So he keeps giving you the grit rocks and things, like you released the big group for every one, and then you can sell all that. If you wanted to cheese money. Money is one of the things that was holding me back a little bit from some of the things like the Path of Solitudes and just catching other Mons. mean, you can run around collecting all the crafting items, but collecting a bunch of iron chunks and stuff for like ultra balls and tumblestone and stuff is a pain. Yep. I think I saw that on a Reddit page. I haven't tried it. But I saw it on a Reddit page, and apparently it is a still working thing. I just catch a bunch of mons and sell everything. I used to have the item boxes completely full of stuff, and now that we're at the end game where I don't need the oddities, I only need, you know, balls, things like the what do they call them? The little sticky balls that can stun the mons. Scatterbangs, because some of the quests require you scare off Pokemon with scatterbangs. I've got a full completed dex for Abra, and that was one thing I had to do, is scare off 5 of them with scatterbangs. Which I went to the Obsidian Fieldlands, and one of the times that I went to go grind out the Dartrix to be able to evolve them to Decidueye, there was a mass outbreak of Abra, so I went to go check it out, because my shiny odds should be like 1 in 200-ish, 1 in 150, something like that, with the perfect Pokedex and everything. And sure enough, man, as soon as I flew into the area, I heard the doo-doo. But I didn't catch it. It ran away. It's all good. Storage space is a pain, especially since perfecting the decks require catching so many of each one. It does, and like, right now I'm grinding Decidueye, and what I have to do is use 40 strong style moves, 40 agile style moves. I have to use the triple arrows 40 times. I have to use Leaf Storm 20 times, and some other leaf move 20 times. So in the process of doing that, you almost got to pay attention to other mons, because Geodude has to be killed so many times by grass moves. You know, Wurmple, you have to defeat 10 of those. Just stuff like that. Coincidentally, there was a mass outbreak of Bidoof. What a mon, right? What a name, what a mon, Bidoof. Anyway, there was a mass outbreak of Bidoof, and I managed to complete Bidoof's dex. Yeah, so some of these dex entries I'm completing whilst doing other things. It's a hard juggle to pay attention between all of the things. Yep. But a fun game nonetheless, man. Like I said, a completionist. A lot of the things that I like to do with those video games is just for bragging rights. Like, I can sit here and tell you that I beat Red Dead 2 and got 100% completion. Yeah. Did all the challenge quests, all 90 of them. Did some of the dumbest things. The original Red Dead was also like that. I got all of the trophies or achievements and 100% of that game. And now we're just going to do this. I've been in the Mirelands working on Torterra, Grottle, and Sligo while waiting for Shiny Spiritomb. Now, once you collect all the wisps, is that it? Is that the only chance you get at Spiritomb? Is it one time? Or is it a revolving Pokemon after the quest? Because I did the quest. I got Spiritomb. I don't know if I'm interested in its shiny, though. I keep saying that I'm not going to collect all of the mons in their shiny forms, but I know I have this feeling, this itch that I can't get rid of, that I'm definitely going to do it. Nope, it respawns on certain nights. I think it has to do with the moon phases. Oh, okay. Similar to the Clefairy dance that I had to wait for a full moon, and I should have really evolved Teddy Ursa into Ursa Ring and then used the full moon and the peat block I had to evolve Ursa Luna, but I didn't. I did just catch yesterday. Yeah, yesterday I was. Where did I end up? Oh, that's right. I was trying to wait for the mass outbreak of Rowlets, and I just ran to one of the areas. One of the areas had a mass outbreak of Teddy Ursa, so I caught a shiny alpha Teddy Ursa. Super sweet. And I did not have a completed page for Teddy Ursa yet, so it's gonna be nice. It's gonna be nice using the shiny to run through any and all things I have to do for that mon. Plus, I might put Ursa Ring was on my team for a little while. And some of the mons I have to catch are, you know, pretty simple. Like I need to get a Flareon, a Jolteon, and Glaceon and Leafeon, I think. I've already got the other one. I've got Umbreon, I've got Espeon, I did the 2 Friendship evolutions, and then I also did Sylveon, which is a Friendship evolution as well, but it has to know Baby Doll Eyes. Yeah, that was my second one. Gligar is my first. But some of the mons that I have to catch are going to be a little bit more tricky, like Magnemite. Not looking forward to that. Because I waited and waited and waited. One of the Path of Solitudes was you had to take Bastiodon. Well, the only way to get a Shieldon or whatever it's called and then evolve it into a Bastiodon is through a space-time thing. Oh, and waiting for those to appear while just hanging out in an area is grindy in its own right. And Magnemite only appears the same way in a certain area. There is a Magnezone, I think, in the Highlands that we can catch, but that's Magnezone. As a matter of fact, I think we have to catch that Magnezone a couple of times. Yep. We'll get there. Pork Chop's lurking. We're getting there. We're getting there. I'm excited to complete this project, or at least get it started. Sometimes you get motivated to do stuff, and then other times, you know, you're like, yeah, this is a great plan, and then you start looking at it, and you're like, why? Why am I going to do this? And that is, I need to take a drink. I'm hoping once I perfect Torterra's entry, you can get a perfect, or a shiny alpha. Yeah, yep. Yeah, I think it's a very, very doable thing once you get like the perfect entries, and then you do what's it called? The mass outbreaks. Perfect entry plus the mass outbreaks is going to greatly greatly increase your chances of getting a shiny. And then all you have to do is, if you find the mass outbreak, you can actually save in Jubilife and then go do the mass outbreak, and if you don't get the shiny, just reset. As long as you saved in Jubilife, that outbreak will still be there. And every time you go to it, it'll re-roll the encounters. I watched a couple of videos because I was curious. My first 2 shinies I found in the game outside of the one that they give you was both male and female Hippotas. And it was kind of funny how I found them, because the first one I was just cruising through the Mirelands and found it. And then I came home and showed my kid. And showed him, he's like, oh, that's so cool. How'd you find it? And I was like, well, I went over here. And then I rode the deer down this way. And then, boom, there it is. And another one popped up, like right as I was showing him that. So those are my 2 full-on odd shinies. But after that point, I started kind of looking at odds. I thought it was odd that I found those 2 in quick succession. So I watched quite a few videos and things on it. Magnezone is flying, yes. You have to use wing balls or feather balls and catch it. And I think as far as its dex entry, you have to catch it so many times. Like the flying Pokemon, like Crobat. Crobat is one of those mons that say you need to catch 5 of them or whatever that are flying. And I caught the Alpha, which is technically flying. And that did not count. So I don't know. We'll get there when we get there. Turtwig was my first Pokemon, so I really want the whole lineage shiny. But I'm glad my first shiny was a Goomy. Nice. Mandalise, good morning. Yeah, the first ever Pokemon for me was Squirtle. Red and blue, man. OG. But my favorites, and we're gonna go on a little bit of a rant tangent here. My favorite Pokemon are Crobat and Dunsparce. Not one is any higher than the other. And the reason I think I love Crobat so much is when I played through my first run of Gen 2, you know, Zubat is a Pokemon you can get very early on in Dark Cave. And so as I was cruising down the routes, finding mons and catching them and figuring all the things out, I spent some time in Dark Cave and I caught a Dunsparce and I caught a Zubat. And I figured, you know what, Golbat's not a terrible Pokemon. If nothing else, it'll give me a nice stab flyer to start. Oh, come on, you... So I used it, and then it, you know, eventually evolved into Crobat, and I was like, what? You know, new encounter, new game, all those things. I was like, this is super, super cool. And then Crobat could fly, so I used it as the flyer. Do I have... Yes, there we go. And Dunsparce was one of those new Pokemon introduced into the game, you know. So I used it and wanted to see what it evolved into, which it doesn't. But I still liked it. Nonetheless, it was a fun little mon. It does have a decent move pool, not really in Gen 2. And as the generations go, its move pool gets deep. And in later generations like Gen 6, it can use moves like Dragon Rush, it can use Coil, it can use Roost. Makes it a really versatile utility mon. And combine things with its ability Serene Grace, it can do some damage. You know, if you teach it moves like, yeah, I don't know, Thunderbolt, you know, has a better chance of paralyzing mons, things like that. It's a really good Pokemon. Bulbasaur was my first Pokemon because it was, yeah. I never really used Bulbasaur in a playthrough. It is a good mon though. Self-healing, has a lot of status conditions it can inflict. Good mon. And that's so another thing that I love about Legends, you know, is it really did give some Gen 2 Pokemon a love. Like Stantler gets an evolution, Quillfish gets an evolution, Sneasel got another evolution, Teddiursa got another evolution. Like some guys, I don't understand why we gave him another evolution. Scyther got another evolution, which is weird. But one thing I was a little disappointed in is if you go look at Dunsparce's Pokedex entry in some of the games, it talks about the little wings it has on its back. They say in ancient times it used to fly around on its wings. Well, Hisui was the perfect opportunity to kind of give another evolution or a regional variant with Dunsparce. And I'm a little sad that didn't happen. It's not even in the game. Which is cool. I'm not the biggest fan of its shiny form, but my main man Dunce needs some love, man. Yep. As a matter of fact, one of my Kalos, my only Kalos playthrough, as a matter of fact, I used Dunsparce. You can find it early on. Hey, it's raining. It's been interesting seeing all the Gen 2 and Gen 5 getting new forms and evolutions. Yeah, I think Pokemon, it would be cool, like in Violet and Scarlet, to see some of these single stage mons that have just been kind of left by the wayside to get a little bit of love. Maybe not all of them. Like, I don't think Smeargle should be touched. It's kind of a gimmick mon. Delibird in the same way. But really go back through the decks and give some of these dudes some love. I'm just biased because I really like Dunsparce. I really like Shuckle too. Tizzy, old sleeping on the Truly Bedrock server. Yep. Oh man. Oh, he sleeps and then leaves. Let's see how it is. Hey Mo, good morning. Welcome in, welcome in. Doing pretty good. How long have we been going? An hour? Oh man. Time flies when you're having fun. Maybe we'll get one at Gen 9. They seem to be going for past future vibe. You know, they've got a good thing going, right? They got a really good thing going with what they did with BDSP and Legends. So, if everybody at Game Freak keeps their track record, they're going to completely ruin it in Scarlet and Violet. Because good things like the Versus Seeker, you know, they only put it in one game, never to be talked about or heard of again. Mega Evolutions, they put it in one game, never to be talked about and used again. I'm just saying. No, I did play a ROM hack called Blazed... Was it Blazed Emerald? Blazing Emerald? This whole regional form thing that these games have been doing lately with Alola... what the heck is the region? Galare? The Galarian regional forms, and now Hisui. Like, that's cool. But it has caused a lot of these guys that do the ROM hacks and stuff to also make their own versions of that kind of stuff. And so Blazing Emerald takes a lot of Gen 1 and Gen 2 mons and give them Hoennian forms. Stop playing after Pokemon Crystal. I don't blame you. And so in those Hoennian forms, what's cool is when you go to... of course, I can't remember the cave. The cave where you have to give Stephen Stone the letter in Gen 3. Anyway, you can find a Dunsparce in there. And they changed its typing, where it's electric normal. And they gave it an evolution, where when it evolves, it is an electric dragon. And actually, in its unevolved form, it's a pretty good Pokemon because it has the Lightning Rod ability. Is it? But that, maybe that ability's been changed in the game where you don't get hurt. So it was a neat one to play around with. But yeah, some of the mons like Tentacruel have a completely new regional form. Chinchou. Yeah. Who else? Tangela and Tangrowth are fighting grass. That's a pretty interesting typing. It's a cool game. It's a cool game. And then, what did I play? There's one right now that a big timer is playing called Fool's Gold. I actually played it long before he did. It's a remake of Gold. And the old version of the game kept all 250 Pokemon, 251, but it changed every single Pokemon's type. Like, Meganium was a fighting type. And this is something that's cool, because Cyndaquil was an ice type, Totodile was a flying type, and Meganium was a fighting type. So instead of having your grass, fire, water, you have flying, ice, and fighting, which is a triangle of Pokemon that are super effective, weak against one another, right? Ice is good against flying, fighting is good against ice, flying is good against fighting. It was neat to see the starter choice be different than the fire, water, grass that we're so used to. It's a cool game. I played through and actually completed the decks on that game on my own time. But they have updated it. They've recently updated it to add all Gen 3 mons as well, I believe. So one of these days I'll play it. I actually just got suggested not suggested, maybe I'm subscribed to the guy. It is very, very interesting. There's a couple other good games. If you like old school games, you can do it on your phone with an emulator. There's one called Unova Red, where it changes the Generation 1 Pokedex to have all Gen 5 Pokemon. The game does get a little wild at the end once... Generation 1 only has dex space up to 153, I believe, and once you get over that with Pokemon, if you talk to like Professor Oak at the end and get your Pokedex rated, it causes a lot of issues. And I believe Unova has 156. But it is neat, and then, of course, Kalos Crystal is made by the same guy with the same idea, but it has Gen 5 and 6 Pokemon in it to replace the Gen 1 and Gen 2. Fun game. Fun game. And some of those old school games are really fun to play or even revisit just because, you know. There's all kinds of new things, you know, Gen 3 introduced abilities, and that's one thing that did stay throughout. And those are fun. Playing through an old Gen 2 game where you can Earthquake the heck out of a Gengar is fun, though, too. It's been interesting with all the starters, second typings, tended to also be a triangle. Hoping Gen 9 Firestarter becomes a dragon type. I really hope they don't go fighting. Firefighting is a played out typing. What is the game? What is the game? One of these games I just played recently, they changed Charmander's typing. Is it Fool's Gold? That makes it dark? No, it's Dark Fire. That game is really weird because Bulbasaur is a fire grass. Squirtle is a water dragon. It's super cool. The different typings. Relearning all of the Mons typings and what's good against what, I think is half the fun. Maybe I'm nuts. One of these games that I just played recently, though, does change Charmander's typing to a fire dragon. Oh, it's the Renegade Platinum. Jesus. Yeah, when Charizard fully evolves, it's a fire dragon type, not a fire flying. Yep. I did just download a new game on my phone. Let's see. They did it for 3 generations in a row. I think they learned it because they haven't had a firefighting starter since. It's good. Incineroar's not a firefighting, huh? The soccer bunny. No, that's the cat. Score bunny is the fire bunny. The soccer bunny. And Delphox. Delphox was a good and interesting and unique typing, right? Fire psychic. Play around with that. In Fool's Gold, Arcanine is a decent or a weird typing. It is a fire ice. I thought that was neat. And one of these ROM hacks I played, Arcanine, was a fire water, which is a cool typing. But I just recently downloaded a game. So one of the guys that I'm subscribed to, that I've watched some hardcore Nuzlocke on, does more than just hardcore Nuzlocke, and was playing this Pokemon game called Pokemon Infinity. It is made on the RPG Maker, so it's not a ROM hack. And I found out that you, with an Android at least, can actually download a program on the App Store that will allow you to play RPG Maker games. So, I have just opened myself up to a world of pure possibilities. But it looks super interesting and super fun, and it's another game that has a lot of regional variant forms in it. So we're gonna mess around with that. You know, honestly, I don't think with making more shovels, it's not gonna take us too long to dig this thing out. Let's collect all the dirt. All the dirt. The cow's trying to steal our dirt. Don't be stealing my dirt, man. Oh. But I think I'm going to save, yeah, I'm hoping Grass Fairy, Fire Dragon, no clue on Water Starter's second typing. What is the water? Is it a duck? Right? That's a hard one to pull off a second typing that's not going to be flying. But they could do like a, they could do what could we have? We could have, if you wanted a second typing triangle, what could we have with fairy included? Fairy steel, fairy poison psychic, something like that could be cool. But yeah, it's a duck. It's a ducklet. It's gonna be another Wingull line, Duckle line, Ducklet line where it's super weak to electric. Gyarados, fire flying, water flying, fighting or flying. It could be fighting. Yeah, it could evolve into a fighting duck. Fool's Gold changes Porygon into a duck. And before they introduced the Gen 3 and a little bit further, Porygon was a duck, water flying. Like Pelipper. Oh man. We'll see. We'll see. It looks to be interesting for sure. And it'll probably be like everything else where I'm late to the party. And I'll play it eventually. Oh. Yeah, I watched Arceus videos and stuff a long time before I actually went and bought the game. But it's hard to justify paying $60 for a game, you know? At least if you're not going to get some enjoyment out of it, which I knew I would. I would love to buy the Mystery Dungeon remake. That'd be fun. What is it called? DX? I played me some Mystery Dungeon back in the day. They seem to be going for a Don Quixote vibe, yeah. I just hope they don't overdo it like they have with past Pokemon, you know? That's a lot of dirt, man. That's a lot of dirt. A lot of it's going to be turned into mud. And then hopefully the rest of it will be sold to Tiz. Oh. Do. Yeah, I think playing some Mystery Dungeon would be fun. And then I'd like to play Sword and Shield, but I don't know about BDSP. Probably not. Probably not. But we're getting into a whole, you know, whole thing with the Switch that I love is the portability, obviously, because it doesn't cut into my recording times and stuff. Because for a lot of games that come out, you know, if they're on the Xbox or whatever, and I want to actually play them, then I've got to sacrifice some time just because of how this all plays together. They changed some of the Mystery Dungeon mechanics in the remake that I wasn't fond of, like removing the neutral attack, but overall it wasn't too bad. Yeah, they also changed it to where you can't double up on moves, right? Like in the old Mystery Dungeon, you could teach like Frustration 3 times to a Pokemon, or 4 times if you wanted to kind of help with the PowerPoint problem. Pretty sure they changed that too. I'm watching a guy that is actively... He played Mystery Dungeon, got a full living dex of the 386 Mons. Double Frustration was overpowered in the level 1 dungeons. Yes, yep. And that's what this guy's doing. He's running through Purity Forest with all the Mons, or at least trying to walk 99 levels of a dungeon. Hey, Lofty. What's happening? Yep. But it'd be a fun one to play. I played through Mystery Dungeon. I didn't quite get a living dex, but I did get a lot of the Mons. Did I go... How far did I get? I was at like 300 and something when I stopped playing through. Because some of them you can't, like, you have to have the code or whatever. So, something like that. Not much happening. Nope, not much here, just digging. What? You can get a shiny Arceus and BDSP if you have No, really? That's how people are getting Arceus shiny on Legends and showing it off. Because all the legendaries are shiny locked. There's a lot of weird shiny lock stuff, like the starters, for whatever reason, when you can pick them, are shiny locked. Now, I was hoping when I was going for my Rowlet for the last 1 or 2 that I needed to evolve into Dartrix to complete that, and then evolve into Decidueye to complete that. I was really hoping to find a shiny. But I didn't. Yeah, you can... Now you can, but back in the day, I mean, the internet was a thing, but it was a little bit more difficult. Oh my god, there's so much dirt. Swimming in dirt, man. Look. Oh, man. It's fun, though. It's fun to have a little game to play outside of Minecraft to take down the, you know, the monotony of grinding and stuff. Arceus and the other mythics are not shiny locked in BDSP like they are in Legends. Yep, that makes sense. I do like, what is it, if you have, so BDSP also has the save data stuff, where like if you have, isn't it if you have like save data from Let's Go, they give you Mew or something like that? I can't remember. I remember watching a guy play through BDSP, but I got bored. As I said, Gen 4 is just not my cup of tea. It's not my favorite. It's not the worst game in the world. I didn't like it. Renegade Platinum, though, the ROM hack I was talking about, I absolutely did love. Because I have my team, yeah, and Jirachi if you have Sword and Shield, and the Azul Flute. Oh, okay. Cool. Now, my team in Renegade Platinum consists of Beedrill, Butterfree, Octillery. I can't remember all of them. I'd have to... Hold on. Let's see if I can pull it up real quick. Where is the... Oh, Tiz is live. What game was I playing? Weavile, Octillery, Butterfree, Beedrill, Togekiss, and then Tyranitar because I found a shiny dude. But yeah, Weavile has like the move or the ability Technician. Beedrill has adaptability. Butterfree has Compound Eyes. And then the Toga just has a Serene Grace. I think I put it on there because they gave it the fairy type. But Beedrill with cross poison and adaptability just makes it a murder monster. Butterfree with Compound Eyes and Hurricane makes it a very very offensive attacker. Still weak as hell to rock. But Weavile with Technician makes it a pretty good mon with moves like Ice Shard and stuff. Yeah, running through the game with a lot of ease. I have no idea what you're talking about. Yeah, nerd stuff. So speaking of stuff that I didn't have any idea what people were talking about. You know, I've played Pokemon for many, many years. Obviously, since its inception, really. And with the abilities and all that stuff, IVs and EVs, you know, I didn't really know much about that stuff until I started doing these solo challenges that I have ran, and 5 of them were on the channel. Yeah, 5 of them were on the channel. I took them down, put them on another channel, and uploaded a 6th video. But it was fun learning about that stuff, the IVs, EVs, how to, you know, manipulate that to your favor. The Magikarp run that I did, Magikarp only, which I got severe PTSD doing the Path of Solitude in Legends with Magikarp. I'm pretty sure you did suggest 2 of them. Metapod for sure was you. We did it. Metapod was actually not bad. I did struggle beating Blue at the very end, or Gary, whatever. But learning about that, learning about EV training and stuff, considering I've been playing these games since '96, it's always fun. It's always fun to learn new mechanics and things, just like with Minecraft, you know, learning how to manipulate villagers and how to manipulate spawns of mooshroom cows and manipulate the structure spawns of a guardian farm. It's all fun. So much fun. Carp was one. Well, you might have suggested Magikarp. I think Magikarp was the first one I did, and the idea came from JRose11, who's a guy who does this similar stuff, but in the original games. Does some other things too, but he has an impossible challenge thing that he does, and Magikarp was one of them. I think, honestly, with knowing what EV training is and how to better choose its nature, I think we could run through the game a lot easier. Magikarp is still in the slow level up category, which makes it a pain in the butt. Yeah, I think that's what it was. You suggested it when I was already doing it. I ran Sunkern through, and it sucked. Because I discovered Hidden Power, right? Hidden Power is a move that is based... No, is it Hidden Power? What's the one that it just picks a random type? Is that Hidden Power? But it's based on your IVs of what it's going to be. I think it's Hidden Power. I was hoping for like anything that I could hit a ghost type Pokemon with, because I was going to run Sunkern through with Return. And if I had anything outside of fighting, I could have had a move that would hit ghost types. And of course, my Hidden Power was fighting. I don't play any other games except Minecraft. Well, that's cool. Minecraft is fun. I've been playing this game for a long time, man. One sec. I gotta grab something real quick. Oh, I didn't even mute the mic. Well, you know, whatever. I've been playing Minecraft for a long time. I don't even know how long I've been playing it, but I know that I've been putting up videos for the last 5 years. Happen to be scrolling through, just checking videos and things, you know. Because I've got over 400 videos, even with taking down some of them. And been doing this for over 5 years. That in and of itself can be a little disheartening for obvious reasons. But I haven't, you know, there's a lot of things that we could do different to be a little easier on myself. I just kind of do whatever. Honestly miss some of the move mechanics from the first Mystery Dungeon smokescreen. Yeah, any move that made the Pokemon a whiffer was overpowered. And you could easily beat a lot of bosses with smokescreen. I like Mystery Dungeon. I'm gonna have to make more chests. We are using up a lot of space. Actually, we could just do this and get that out of my inventory. That's just one more spot for stuff to sit. We're getting there. We're getting there. This mountain's almost done. Yeah, I think I like to play many different games. But I always come back to Minecraft. It's an very easy game to come back to. You can do all the things that you want to do. You know, I built an observatory this season and a bunch of different farms, and then we've kind of been overtaken by the Mushroom Island and doing things here. I have plans for builds as well as farms. We're gonna stretch our building muscles eventually. Only just learned how to do an iron farm. That's cool. It's cool. I understand the basic mechanics. I don't know. I just built Silence Iron Farm. Some of these farms, it's better just to build whatever the professionals have done, because why reinvent the wheel, right? But there again, you got the mad scientist Groova over there making an absolute insane iron farms. To each their own. I dabble in all areas, I think. I like I like farming, I like automation, I like building. And we're going to get into a bit of, what is this, terraforming? Right now we're just flattening, but eventually we will be getting into terraforming things and making things once what they weren't. I've done it before, making like custom biomes. Oh man. Silent goes too fast, even if you slow it down, it's still too fast. I guess. I didn't have a problem following his tutorials. As a matter of fact, I have 3 farms of his built in this world. I built his mob farm, I built his ink farm, and I built his iron farm. All over there. Yep. Yeah, I've made my own farms, I've made my own contraptions. That's kind of what we talked about in the last video I did. It wasn't a truly Bedrock episode per se, but it was still... I mean, we floated around a couple of the worlds. We floated around Season 4 and Season 2, as a matter of fact. Trouble coordinating left and right. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, I get it. I think out of all the tutorials, I kind of touched on this in that video, where most of the time when I do a tutorial video, it's based on necessity or need, and I've gone and tried to make a farm or some contraption, and what is, you know, what I knew to build doesn't work anymore, or it's been changed or tweaked or whatever, so then I go through the bowels of YouTube trying to find something that works, and then when I get it working, I make a tutorial on it to kind of share that with people. Jesus. And that's 90% of the tutorials I've done. But I have made my own original contraptions. I've never done a tutorial on them, though. I did finish the mud farm, more or less. I tweaked a little bit, added some pistons in. I like where it ended up. I know that I could always improve upon the redstone, but there was no... like research done or nothing. That was all from my head. The video that I was doing, all I was really trying to do was utilize the bartering system and potentially a fish farm to its full potential. Which realistically, it was the only way that you could really get a, you know, a fish farm or a bartering farm to work to its full potential is if you had the automated mud, using azaleas and stuff to make rooted dirt out of moss. So a stone generator, turning the stone into moss, growing azalea trees to turn the moss into rooted dirt, getting rid of the azalea trees, and then turning that rooted dirt into mud, I think is the only real way that the farm could keep up with itself, because you don't get the water bottles in quick succession. Quick enough succession. Yep. But one I created works. It works well. And that's actually tonight's video. If you want a little bit of spoiler. Sometimes it's not, you know, I try to slim down the redstone and stuff, but it's not always about the most compact. It's about working and consistently working. Which, as a matter of fact, when we get this area done, depending on what time it is, if we still got a little bit of time left, we will start to put in the divider line. And I need mud for that. I've got a little bit of mud, but I might have to go do mud. Dirt and gravel, yeah, dirt and gravel, farmland, and hoe it into farmland, and then mine it to dirt. Yep. But that it has to use the player. Or that utilizes the player. There was a lot of thought and planning that went into the mud farm, and then rather than doing all the things I showed in that video are the things that I would do off camera when designing something. Like the autocrafter. Now, I did a lot of the design off camera. I did all the thinking off camera, obviously, but design portions were done off camera. And that's what I wanted to convey in that video, was like, this is the steps that I take. As unorthodox or weird or whatever as they may be, it's still my process. One of these days, man, one of these days maybe. One of these days maybe we'll just do this all the time and we won't have to worry about things like work, and we can just do the things. I really, really, really need to go fix that water. Yep. Maybe one day. Then we can put out all kinds of videos. It's almost done. This hill is almost done. I'm so excited. Ugh. Inventory full again? This is a big, big mound that we mined out. Still got a lot to go, but not a whole heck of a lot. This whole half of the island is done, essentially. I am going to utilize this dirt stuff, though. Boom, 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 boom. Let's go. Exciting times, exciting stuff. Yeah, so three contraptions I have made on my own were the autocrafter that's sitting over there, the mushroom stem farm, and then the auto brewing extension that no longer works, but can work. And that's kind of what I was trying to mess around with, is sorting between fire resist potions and water, which is going to be easier to do with a lathe than anything else, right? See, like this area, we're definitely gonna just kind of, well, maybe we'll keep it, I don't know. But that's it. That's that part of the island done. So what I need to do now is get some mud and fill this line in. Yes. As the dividing line between the two sections of the oh, I'm definitely gonna need more mud. I'm definitely gonna need more mud. Okay, well, spoilers. If you don't want to see spoilers, look away. What do I got here? 3 and a bit. Maybe do another stack. Oh, she was going a little slow there. Oh yeah, we can make all the mud. I mean, I'm not gonna show everything. You know, one thing I'm really hopeful for is, so right now with what they added in the 1.19 update, is they did make it to where mud is a renewable source, and so is clay, right? We could have this stuff going over dripstone, and we can make clay. I really hope that they make a lot of things like that, where it's renewable from other things. 19.10, my stuff has disappeared from hotbar and off the ground. Oh no. Yeah, I think we just updated the server to 1.19 this morning, which is what I had to do before stream because of the memory leaks that were in 1.19. Ooh, crickety crack of the neck. Yeah, we're not going to show all the things that we did here. So you guys will have to watch the video to see all the things. And I really am hoping for more automation potential. In the future. And to top it all off, you know, doing what I do where I don't pay attention to the updates and stuff, figuring this stuff out on my own is also one of the more fun things. I guess I could actually turn all of this dirt into mud. Or at least what's in my hand, you know. One of the things I would really love to see, since we added the deep dark, you know, and that's actually something from modded. If you guys don't know, the deep dark was originally a dimension that you built a portal to. The portal was made out of a absolute ton of cobblestone. And there's more to it. Modded had a lot more than what we do in vanilla here, but or in Bedrock. It would be nice to see more modded things come to the worlds. And I shared a tweet and shared it in my videos, or not my videos, my Discord rather, of like colored chests. Would be a great thing and a great addition. I would love to see that. Let's see. Let's move. Let's get our inventory back. If I did that. That works here, but over there it's going to be a little bit more difficult. I love the sound. It's so wet. It's so wet. It's nice and new as the biomes would be, like peaceful simplicity of it. Plus, it does have biomes. I think there's like... Are you talking about the deep dark? It was just an open like pit, and for the most part, that's where you could do your mining in like skyblock worlds. I do like what they did with it. I do like the change that it's not the modded version. I'm thinking if we're doing mesa biomes, horses, or modded things. Yeah. So they've stolen a lot of ideas from other things. And that's, in my opinion, that's perfectly fine. I just want to see color chests. That's all it is. Not color chests, the different wood types. It'd be cool to see, you know, oak chests and dark oak chests and mangrove chests and warped chests, crimson chests, those types of things would be awesome. Gonna have a nice little line here eventually. The deep dark, though, I love how it works with the warped material. Oh no, the end. It would be nice to have new biomes and stuff in the end. A wood type. When I played Levitated, there was... What was it called? Wormwood? It was a pink wood. It was pretty cool. But it had like a purple hue to it. Oh, we're gonna use so much mud. So much mud. What did I do here? Just kind of went a little bit wild with the... Is this in a diagonal? Mostly. Yeah, I love the deep dark. I really do. I like all the things. I always like the updates. I'm not one of those people who are like, you murdered the game. The game is dead. Minecraft is dead forever. Mojang killed Minecraft. Though those are nice clickbaity videos, but it's just not my thing. I definitely stay away from those videos, man. They get a little bit ridiculous. Keep designing new custom end biomes because I enjoy using stone. Yeah. The end in Seopolis is pretty cool. I'll leave it at that. And there is a boss that you have to fight that is ridiculous. Yep, I had to fight him. It sucked. I got my butt kicked. Oh, you know, we're just gonna do like that. No. I wanted to do... like that. There's a couple of bosses in Seopolis that are quite ridiculous. Is that in line with that? It is. Oh. Yeah, I still have the videos that I've recorded from that chilling on the computer, but I haven't. I'll look at it. I'll look at it. Where's my phone? Ooh. Oh, that's so cool with the skulk and the... You got both the skulk vines, the lichen. Is that lichen? No, that's just endstone. Oh, no, there's some lichen there. Oh, the nylium. The warp nylium. That's cool, man. It'd be nice to have that, what is it called? The flower thing that gives the green particle effects. It'd be nice to have something like that that's not an ender chest that would give the purple effects. But I wonder if you could do that. I wonder if you could... Oh, crap. Like place an ender chest underground. And you could get the... the effects above a block. Like... Let's just go. Let's just go to creative for a minute. Yeah. I know. Well, what I'm thinking is you've got that blossom, whatever it's called. So that's going to do the particle effects. You know, the green particle effects. But let's say we took one of you and some of you, and if we just did like does this shine through or no? Doesn't look like it. Dang it. That sucks. It does shine through on a half slab, though. Spore Blossom, that's what it's called. But I mean, you could have ender chests just at random locations. Not only does it, you know, create the end particles like that, it also does lighting, yes. The other thing that you can have is... Let's see... You could use the crying obsidian would look good, and then I want to test this out too. If we did because this gives off the same particles, right? But it's noisy. That's the only bad thing. But like behind a wall, it does the same particle effect. The only bad thing is it's just noisy. Cool, though. Can you give yourself? Nope. Only the portal frame. What the hell is that? Yeah, I didn't think so. But I bet you... these would look good too. You know, as an end block. Anyway, back to what we were doing. Messing with particle effects is always fun. It's not like we have too many options. We're getting there. We're getting there. Hold on. I'm having a thought. I'm having a thought. One sec. One sec. Please load faster. Thank you. Do these do? This is where things start to blow up. What if I did... it gives a little bit, like... again, this is expensive. Like, it's a little bit. How would it do? It's also another way to light things up, and you can vary the light. Can't believe this block doesn't have a slab. So, like, if you did... you know, even still, you could have that like that, and that's just a low-level light. That's obviously brighter. Yeah, the anchors do look good. You just, the only thing you have to be super careful with them is if you know... they blow up. They do look cool as flooring too. And you can vary the light. They have the particle effect. Like I said, I was having a thought. They look good for wall designs too. Jinx, yeah, man. You. Oh. Yeah, they look good. Okay, was this gonna be... Yeah, this was gonna be like a fairly straight line. Do I want to just... We're just gonna fill that in. Do something like that. And let's take the grass away. Nope, 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 nope. Mycelium, go away. I do want another end base. It was a lot of fun with all the new mechanics. It could be interesting. Could be. Could be very fun. Whoops. That's something I mean, I did it in modded, but I haven't done it in vanilla, is base in the end. And this is a pretty hard line, but I think we'll be fine. Because you have infinity clay now, and the dripstone lava cauldrons are yes. There's so many design aspects that you can do, right? With so many different things now. Ow. That is a pretty hard... It's all angular and then... That's alright. When we blend it, it'll be a little bit better. It'll be kind of a blurred line. But everything south of that line is going to be... Hey, Gary, is going to be grass. And everything north is going to be mud. And then we've got to figure out exactly what we want to do with the mud. I'm going to do a skyblock sort of star, bucket of lava, bucket of water, piece of moss, and some bone meal just to survive. Yeah. You'd probably need access to a little bit of dirt as well. So I'm thinking I'm having a thought here. That can go in there. Ooh. I did get all my netherrack back. Please give to me this. Thank you. Now, if I remember correctly, mycelium gets destroyed by water. But what is the thing? Like, it's got to be nighttime? Or go through a night cycle? Azalea trees turn moss into dirt, so renewable... Oh, yeah. Rooted dirt, which can be converted. Or is it in sunlight? I don't remember. That would be a fun little start, like in the middle of the void between the main island and the outer islands. and see if you could make your way from the end home. Every so often for surviving, getting something I can get out of the end as a bonus. Oh, that'd be, yeah. Doesn't water... Might have to do a little bit of waiting. So I think whilst I wait, I'm going to dig this little bad boy right here out. That is something I wanted to get rid of, this hard corner. And I've got myself 8, 2, 4, 6, 8 double chests full of dirt. Like bringing villagers out there or dripstone, yeah. Yeah, you can bring villagers out. This ain't looking too bad. Now, I'm still having a debate on what I want to do on this side of things, because this is where Mooshroom Man was planning a build. And my original thought process was building like a medieval cottage, maybe, and then having a giant mushroom, you know, kind of on the backside of it, and have the cottage connected to the mushroom base of operations type thing. That was the idea anyway. God, I do not want to replace all of this dirt. How did I never notice this? Just sitting on the back of my portal. Yeah. So that's the plan over here. And then I'm actually going to rebuild this on the inside of the nether, but different. Thinking I'm going to use... because what did Mushroom Man use? Red mushroom blocks, and it looks like white clay? No, white terracotta. So maybe some quartz and some netherwart blocks, and then build this thing on the nether side in a nether feel would be pretty cool. Where's the sun? It's noon? Yeah, we're just going to wait this cycle out. That's the plans anyway. And then on the other side... Bloop. Okay. On the other side here, this is going to end up turning into a spooky area. I got some ideas. When I was floating around the Twilight Forest in Seopolis, I got some ideas. What do I got left? I got a little bit of mud. I guess we could start filling this area in. I'm not really worried about the mycelium spreading on this side here. We are going to have to make quite a bit of mud, though, which is where a lot of the dirt is going to come in. Yeah, that goes way down there. As a matter of fact, not too far from here, because I looked it up, I have all the things on this island. I have a double, like, cave spider spawner on this side of the island. I actually have a mine shaft that runs a good portion of this island. There is a that was the last bit of mud I had. Over on this side of the island, there is a geode somewhere, like under here, and then over in here somewhere, I can't remember exactly where it is, there is the opportunity to make a double cave spider spawner with a third spawner. Unfortunately, that spawner is what you call it? It is a zombie spawner. Yep. But I just wanted to see if this was going to change. Because if I can actually if I can flood this island and turn everything from mycelium to dirt, then we can lay down grass and let it spread, as long as we get all of the mycelium. You know, I did some testing with how, if we put a border of grass, will the mycelium go, and it won't unless it's a catty corner. Like this, it will not spread over this grass to here, which is good. And that'll make this side of the island that much easier to work out. And then, like I said, we're going to place down like moss every now and then and probably bone meal it and let it do its thing. It's the plans. It might just be easier to dig this up and replace the dirt. Yep. It's almost nighttime though. The nicest thing about building on this island though, the nicest thing, is we do not have to worry about mobs. There's a crazed fox punching things on the server. Okay, I'll keep an eye out for him. I know who you're talking about. I think we're going to shave this down a little bit too. Just a little bit of terraforming. Actually, let me grab... I think, yeah, there's a spot right there that we could do a little bit of work on whilst we're kind of hanging out, waiting. I think if we did... just something like that to close that up. Make it a little more natural. And then this, it's fine. Steal this grass because why not? So from here, did something like that, and then we just maybe did that. There we go. A little bit better. I started first thing in the morning. If the night cycle goes all the way and it doesn't work, then, I mean, we'll just go to plan B. It's no big deal. I have a full-ish shoulder of grass. And we can start out small, you know. Start in this area, dig it all up. Some weird lights going right there. It's going to be a lot of back and forth with this. So if I were to... let's just dig this hole out. This mycelium spreads fast, and I believe it spreads fast at night. Is what I've noticed, see? So yeah, if we did something like this, where we've got this area dug out, and then we replace all of these with dirt, because mycelium is kind of insane how quickly it spreads. Do a border of dirt or grass. Of course. And now if I filled the rest in with dirt, I shouldn't have to worry about the mycelium spreading. But that does mean we're going to have to do a lot of digging things out, putting borders down, and then utilizing spots like this where we're making grass. Like, see the grass spread here. Coming back with our silk touch to pick up the grass. But it's not. Let's cover that up. It was an old digging hole. Where is the moon? We're at midnight now. Doing science-y things. Yeah, like that whole area is pretty good. No mycelium has spread in that area, so we'd almost have to do it like go along the border of each one of these terrains and put in grass and then put in dirt, mining out the mycelium and just replacing it. It might be the option. Dang it. but it gives me plenty of stream material, right? One of the things that I've kind of struggled with in the last couple of months outside of being on vacation and work is having projects that I wanted to do on stream, which is why we haven't streamed much. Some of the things we could have actually streamed that I didn't think about, like building the frog light farm and stuff, but this is going to be a relatively large project that we can just sit and kind of chit-chat about different things. Especially mining down the last portion of this island. We've done a lot of work today. And then cleaning up any kind of oddball holes like that guy. Maybe that guy over there, a little bit of work. Cleaning up some of this weird generation. Yeah. Just trying. Right now we're just kind of waiting to see if that changes. I already know because of that spot, and the one a little bit further, that spot and that spot, that we can actually line. I know how to manipulate the grass versus mycelium because mycelium will overtake faster than grass does. And then we'll almost do the same thing for the mud. Like, we'll fill that hole in. We have our border here going across to where we're going to split it. But we can do the different small elevation changes and border those with mud, and then my mud farm will do... What did I calculate? 18 stacks? 18 stacks of dirt before I have to mine it. So yeah, I think I'm going to take like 4 of these double chests and just sit and grind out mud. Part of today. I got other things I got to do today. Got a garage to clean and a wall to try to finish. That's why I wanted to get the stream done early. We're going a fair bit longer than I originally anticipated, but this does not seem to be working. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Well, the sun is up. We have let this go a full day and night cycle. It doesn't seem to be working. So we're just going to have to do, like I said, what's going on over here. And grass, of course, spreads when there's light out. So at night, the mycelium will spread very, very quickly. It'll spread quickly during the day, but grass spreads during the day, provided we're in the area. So yeah, we're just going to have to continue to do some work. I think it was a long time ago in Java, I watched somebody do what I'm doing right here, where they placed down water, and it was like, depending on the cycle, day to night or something like that, the water actually ruined the mycelium and turned it into dirt. Let me try one more thing. I bet because we don't have fire tick that's not going to do anything. Yeah. Burn the mycelium. poop. Yep, definitely doesn't look like it's working, so there's going to be a lot of work here for converting this all to grass. But one thing that's very, very nice is how grass changes per biomes. And in a mushroom biome, it is one of the most vibrant grasses outside of like a jungle. So I'm really going to like the paradise that we're creating, but no. Anyway, we're done for today. I've gone quite a bit longer than I wanted to, which is good. And I hope you guys enjoyed. If you missed any part of the stream or whatever, there is a second channel. You can find that in the Discord or in my latest YouTube video. Link to that if you want to see these things. I do post them. This one will hopefully be up later today on that channel, and we do have another video coming out. So with that, I will see you guys on the next one.